Right, here we are. I'm way too excited to play. Way too excited. I actually had trouble sleeping, but we have the beta. I have gone through and done settings and all of that. I have done nothing else. I haven't watched any videos, so I'm completely new. The only one thing that I know is that if you click start new career and go into create a manager, you can't go back, which is probably not great. But we'll get into that. But for now, let's just enjoy that new game smell. Let's do that. And let's also have some BGM so I'm not just talking to myself. I've gone for a little a calmer one because I assume that my brain is going to need some calming. Not just because I'm excited, but also because I'm going to be doing a lot of reading and maybe a lot of learning. Hopefully I will learn something at least. But I don't know where anything is. I don't know what menus do what. So it's going to be very slow. Like I said yesterday, there is a good chance that we won't press continue today. But some BGM. Let me know if there's any issues with the audio, because I noticed yesterday that it was louder for some reason. I have done some testing both yesterday and today and didn't notice any odd volumes, so hopefully everything will work as intended. But let's start. Quick start. Customize your entire game world. Do I have to create a manager first? Or probably should have tested this. What if we're going to advanced setup career? Because I do want to do that. Aha. Good. Okay. Oh, Egypt. Let's go through and check for some new new leagues. So Egypt is new. What else? India, I think was in. UAE is new. Was Singapore in? I can't remember. Europe, yay! Here we're absolutely going to find everything we want. Anything new. Anything new, anything new. Brain says no, but Brain has been wrong many times before. Lithuania? And Latvia? I don't think they have been. Maybe? Nothing new in North America. Scandalous. Scandalous. And I don't think there's anything new here. So, what we are going to do is I am going to play can we just move? We can. Okay, good. We are going to add in all of the leagues that have women's leagues, because we are going to play as a women's team. We are going to be playing as... I don't like how big these are. They don't have to be this big. Surely. Surely, game. We are going to be starting in England, because we're going to be playing as Arsenal. Arsenal is my club. It's my club. I have been a fan for a ridiculous amount of years. So, where else to start? Why wouldn't we? But we are going to just be view only on any others, just in case, because I do believe that we will have less processing. But we'll have all of them in. We're going to play as Arsenal because, yeah, my club. I don't know that much about women's football, and what better way to start a new game where you don't know where anything is than to have more things you don't know that much about. We are... Let's just set it to large, and I'll probably need to change that for later at some point. I usually have a custom database set up, but not for now. Let's see, advanced settings. Ooh, okay. Allow a player attribute masking. Attribute masking is a concept. Right. Allow use of in-game editor. I don't have that, but we can take that off anyways, just in case. Well, I might get it later, but don't need to have that one. We don't add players, we don't add key stuff, we don't use fake players. Good. Preferences. Right. I've already gone through this. Do I have any... let's just set it to Premier League only and view only, and we Do I have to load both? If I were to remove Australia, it's gone here too. Okay, that is not ideal. Right, we just go none. Right, we can do that. But we'll have Premier League as view only, Men's Premier League, because I kind of want to see how Arsenal do. But we don't need to have any of the other men's leagues loaded in, because we're not going to be playing there. So it's just processing power that I don't have. There we go. Fast. That's good. We do have all of them right. Situation. Yeah. Okay. We have all of them. Let's load the database. 14 leagues from 11 nations. Start in England. Yes. Let's go. I've not limited FM in Windows yet. Hopefully I don't need to, and there won't be a lot of stuttering and lagging, because that would be very nice if I could actually let it, use the processing power available and not while not overdoing it. I'm very excited. Okay. Champions League qualification. Right. Develop youth players. Yeah. Let's just have a peek at this this screen, because this is new. It's all new. I haven't seen any of this before. So we play at the Emirates, which is good. We have great training facilities, of course, because we are Arsenal. Right. Yeah, let's go next. Right, and now we create a manager. Okay, so we can do it this way. Right. Okay, let's find generic white dude to start with. They do look a little rough, I have to say. Let's start with... We can finally have the shirt outside of the pants. What? This is brilliant. I think we'll start with this one, and then we're gonna be in character creation for a little bit. Body. Oh, the stretchy isn't very stretchy. Or well, it stretches, but it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to do. I think we'll stick with this one. Probably. Is this randomize? Probably. Skin tone. Let's go paler. I haven't been outside in a while. That will do. Height. Well, why is it... I don't think this is quite right. I don't think the text is supposed to overlap the radio buttons, but... Oh, we're right. Now the question is, can we actually... Oh, we can. because in previous FMs you could only go as low as 150. Anything under that didn't actually do any difference. There we go. Perfect. Why does this look like a scroll bar? Right, let's get the head sorted. I'll just start with that one, and then we'll do some sculpting. Oh, that changed the entire face a lot. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, let's have some chin actually. And something like that. Forehead. I do have a fairly big head. There maybe? Wait, there's no like nose? I don't have a lot of particularly tall chin. Okay. Very interesting that there's no like nose options. But never mind, I don't read. Is this cheekbones? It is. Something like that. There we go. Okay, we now have the face shape. Let's wait with the hair until we've done everything else. That could work. I don't think that was a very dark brown, was it? Why is the lighter brown a darker brown? Let's go with that then. Eyes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We couldn't sculpt the eyebrows. No, we couldn't. Okay. What? What? Why? What? Why does the head shape change when I change eyes? That doesn't feel right. Let's stick with that one. Dear, oh dear. Yeah. So, aha. So the height of the eyes is the height of the entire head. That's not ideal. This is not small, large. That looks like in and out, to be completely honest, but apparently not. Interesting. Yeah, something like that. Brows. Is this in and out? It is. Right, and then we have eye color. Green, that's a very sharp green, that's better. Glasses. We'll add that after we've done everything. I don't wear an eye patch. Ears. Probably these. Both. And oh, I pressed cancel because why wouldn't I? Both. And confirm. There we go. They're still blue. Yeah, Let's go with none then, because we can't actually change the colors. Will not have a hearing device. Nose. Let's see how much this changes the entire face. Hopefully not too much. Probably start with the first one. In and out. Just the tip. Just the tip. Something like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Mouth. Start with that one. Wait. There we go. These seem to be text here seem to be swapped around as well. Yeah. There we go. Right. Let us then add some glasses, see if they have something that actually fits. Probably go with these. They do look kind of similar to what I actually have. Let's go with them. Let's go with them. In black. Do they have any new cool eye patches? They don't. Shame. I also don't like that there's the the chevron now, or the little arrow to open the menu, but you can't close it. It irks me. Oh, we can have a blush. I don't have any, so I'm not wearing any, so it would be a little odd. I also don't have any freckles or anything like that, so probably go with nothing. Yeah, let's go with nothing. Right, hair. Start with a hairstyle. Seem to be new ones. Also feels like there's fewer ones. Yeah, character creation or character customization has probably never been FM's strong suit. It doesn't need to be. It would be nice if it didn't look really painted on though. But it does. We'll survive though. We'll survive. Oh boy. Maybe. We maybe survive. Right. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh boy, oh dear. Yeah, there's none really that actually look like what I have. So let's just go with let's just go bald. Let's just go bald. And we'll hope the facial hair has some proper options. Well, I think that's the best we're gonna do. Is it just a color? Like the black one seems more painted on for some reason. Is it just shinier? Is it the same with the hairs? Do they look less painted on? Nah, not really. So we'll be we're shiny. Did I just accidentally make a slightly longer beard John Mackenzie? What is this? But I think that's all we need here. We have done hair, we have done facial hair, we have done eyebrows, eyes, ears. We did ears, yes, right. And we did the nose. We did the mouth, cosmetics, skin details, attire. Let us dress up. Okay, let's see what kind of different ones do we have. Classic. What are? I don't think these shoes fit those types of trousers, to be honest. So can we mix and match? We can't have short sleeve shirts. Oh no. Oh no. We'll do. Oh, we'll do a hoodie. In black, because quite honestly, I am currently wearing a black hoodie, so why not? Bottoms. Let's stick with these, and we'll have those in black as well, because again, I'm currently actually wearing black sweats. Yeah, let's go with football boots. Let's add a little bit of color though to this otherwise quite one-colored outfit. A little bit of red. I always liked red shoes. Red boots. Let's see. We'll have a watch. Why did it swap there? And color, we want black, and we'll have a yellow. Not that'll matter. It won't be visible. Rings. Do I have any? I don't have any rings. Okay. It's me, but bolder. Yay! It really is John Mackenzie with a longer beard. We'll stay as Dave. Dwarf. And we'll go 1190. It didn't change. 90. Oh, I have to actually click the month again. Okay. Right. Middle name, no thank you. And next. I am Scrolleroonies. I am Swedish. Let's add also that I can speak English, even though we can't actually set a maximum. Wait, what? I have to set a place of birth? Really? Sweden. Sweet. Really? We have to set the. We have to set our city of birth. That's interesting. We didn't have to do that before. So let's just go capital. Where are you? There we go. Stockholm. That works well enough. Next. It's time to tell the world who you are. There are two main considerations. Your overall managerial ability and your managerial specializations. Your overall abilities are reflected in your reputation. Later, you will have a chance to refine this via specializations reflected in your attributes and tendencies. So it is a lot more RPG-y. Oh, it's a tutorial. Okay. The first consideration in determining who you are is your managerial credentials. These are your past achievements from which your reputation is derived from. Okay. For now, your reputation is pending the completion of your credentials. Reputation contributes to how likely you are to land a top job, especially when unemployed. How likely you are to lose your job if results go against you. How easily you will find it to convince others to your way of thinking. How much respect you will be granted by the media. First, tell the world what level you played as a footballer. This will contribute to your reputation. You have now ready to set up your credentials from your playing career. After you've done that, we'll look at your non-playing career date. Yeah, that's a typo in it. Right, I was definitely not a generational superstar. Truthfully, I didn't play above amateur level, but if we're gonna be a little bit cheeky, consistently third up in the lower leagues, including semi-pro. I wasn't that far actually. Successfully in the tier immediately above the top of the domestic pyramid. Consistently appeared in the top tier. Consistently contributed to the winning of domestic club honors. You're not only an important part of club success domestic, but translated this into continental triumphs too. You define a generation on the pitch, winning the highest individual honors. I feel like this is like how many 10 people ever. But let's pretend that I was a top tier contender. Mostly because I will probably need a little bit of leeway in terms of performances. Because everything is new and I don't want to get fired immediately. Okay, now tell the world about any previous non-playing roles. This will build a story of who you are and lay the foundations for any later specializations, but will not contribute to your reputation. I see. Non-playing renown. Share how well known you are in this role. This will continue to build reputation, but will not impact any later specialization. Right. Coaching. You've been on the grass working with players as part of our backroom team. Your experience lies in the organizational side, planning and developing successful strategy, recruitment of football operations, medical. You have experience working in the medical and physical performance departments. Punditry and media. You're known for your observations and commentary as a member of the football media. You come up on the officiating side of the game and have experience with rules and regulations. Would that give us an advantage with referees? That's 100% not me though. I was always on the opposite side of refereeing. Oh, okay. Journalist, pundit, commentator. Doctor, physio, sports scientist. Director of football, chairperson, director, head of youth, scout, analyst, agent. This can be a lot of fun with as manager, assistant manager, first team coach, set piece coach, goalkeeping coach. You can have a lot of fun role playing with all of this. I have another complaint, to the surprise of absolutely no one. There is no representation for me. There is no choice for I'm just an idiot. I mean, I guess none, but you can still be an intelligent person, but I'm not. Let's pretend we have done some youth coaching. Can we can't select more than one. Or can we? One out of two selections. Alright. Amateur, part-time, recognized locally, recognized in own nation, across continent, worldwide. Let's pretend recognized in own nations. So you can't choose more than one. That is a little bit of a bummer. Because maybe you've been, like, say you have been a manager at a worldwide level. Maybe you've also done punditry. You can't choose both. I guess it's what you're most recognized for. But let's pretend we've been a youth coach. Next. Coaching badges. Finally, have you already earned any coaching badges? Question mark. The higher the level you have attained, the greater the boost to your reputation. You will have an opportunity to continue earning coaching badges throughout your career. Right. Let's say we have a... Let's just go with a Continental Pro. Or do we go with a Continental B maybe? A? Let's go with a Continental A so we can study for the Continental Pro. Because, well, I don't want to start at where I am actually at, which is no qualifications. We're starting at Arsenal with no qualifications. That's probably not great. So let's start with Continental A and we can work on the Pro badge. Okay, there is a back button here, which is nice. So we can go backwards. Next, style. Okay, your reputation is certain without your overall managerial ability, but that does not wholly reflect who you are. All of the reputation is not essential to a successful managerial career, but it can give you a head start. The choices you continue to make here will determine your relative strengths and weaknesses. You are free to proceed with no specialties, indicating your preference for an all-around approach or focus on certain aspects. Your coaching attributes describe the quality of your own coaching, which can be supplemented by your staff. Your mental attributes describe how you apply yourself as a manager and how you interact with others. Right? Your tendencies define your preferences as a manager from coaching to personal and will continue to evolve as you make choices throughout your career. While this describes you, clubs favor managers that share their preferences. Aha! Focus on your identity as a football coach. This will mainly contribute towards your coaching attributes while also affording you some related tendencies. Right, oh, and we can choose 3. You want your teams to play exciting attacking football. You want your teams to be defensively responsible and set up to be hard to beat. You want to develop young talent and help players to realize their potential. Outwork and outrun your opponents with an up-tempo brand of football. Football is entertainment and you want to deliver with a watchable, exciting style of football. You want to win and will try to find the simplest and most practical way to do so. Focus on specialisms like goalkeeping and fitness to gain an edge in those areas and cultivate a reputation as a leader within those disciplines. Develop a specific approach that leans heavily on possession-based play and being strong from set pieces. Focus on the smallest of tactical details in trying to win. Entertainer. And we have to choose 3? No, we can choose up to 3. Plays entertaining football. What does that mean, actually? Oh, okay. Attacking. Actually have a peek at what does this do. If I pick entertaining, my defending and fitness goes down, but technical goes up. And set pieces goes up. Is competent better than average? I would say, for myself, attacking, entertaining, or well, that's how I want to play. And that takes out. Okay, so there's I see. They are mutually exclusive. You can't be attacking and defensive. Makes kind of sense. And also a developer. So we're good attacking. We can't get better than good at attacking, apparently. We're good at fitness, good tactical, technical, and possession. We are very good at working with youngsters. We are good at determination and motivating. We're average at people management and authority. And we're competent at adaptability. I do not know what's the scale. I would like to know the scale before choosing if this is good. But we develop young players. We plays attacking football and we plays entertaining football. Is this the same preferences? This, well, yeah, okay. I'm just checking. We have to check all the buttons. Buttons must be clicked. Otherwise, we don't know what they do. Right. Attacking, entertaining, football, and we develop youth players, which we are told to do anyways. Okay. Personality. Let's share your personality and what defines your personal approach to management. This will mainly contribute towards your mental attributes, whilst also affording you some related tendencies. We can pick 2. Driven, you're highly determined with a clear focus on what you want to achieve, with a drive to control every aspect of management. Your priority is to instill a high level of discipline and standards at the club, ensuring people are held accountable each and every day. You value the ability to bounce back from disappointment more than anything else. When you get knocked down, you get back up. You have a way with people that persuades and convinces them to be a part of your journey to success. You want to be a strong and recognizable leader for your team, placing a premium on motivation and inspiration. You feel you can adapt to any situation in any league or country and deliver on expectations. We won't really have to adapt, right? Okay, so competence seems to be below average. Keen motivator. Let's see what we get. Inspires others. Highly driven. Strict disciplinarian. Natural leader. Acclaimed achiever. If anything, resilient. That brings my people management up. Adaptability, I think, up. Defending and fitness down? Yeah, so anything but driven actually brings my fitness coaching down, which is interesting. Resilient, if anything, because I don't know if natural leader is a good descriptor of mine. Now I'm picking something that is more actually me. Because, well, I mean, disciplined, sort of. Maybe. Inspirational, definitely not. Driven, Convincing, persuade people, absolutely not. But resilient could work. That sounds more like me. Yeah, I would like to know what the scale is. And also this, the fact that this line is broken. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that because I didn't pay attention before. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Also, why is that a... Right. Yeah, we'll be resilient. This is who you are, but it does not define who you will become. Only your choices through your career can do that. This is an opportunity to make changes before you embark on your journey as a football manager. Right. I mean, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Next. Right, there's one. Let's go. Start. Arsenal set to appoint Dave Dwarf. Arsenal's new manager is set to be confirmed as 35-year-old Dave Dwarf. Ouch. With the Swedish boss expected to bring an attacking mindset to Emirates Stadium that will inspire the fans, along with an entertaining style of play and a preference for developing young talent to realize their potential. Recognized for his resilience, Dwarf will join the Gunners in a move that will intrigue many within the game, and insiders are confident that his traits are well suited to building the sort of culture expected throughout the club. A familiar face from his tough life playing career, he's also known across Sweden for his coaching work. With this new and exciting opportunity, the next step in his career. And it was at this point I remember, yeah, a Swedish coach taking over Arsenal women. Yeah, that worked so well last time, didn't it? Welcome. Your journey begins here. The world of football is waiting for you, and to get you up to speed, a series of tutorials are available to help you become familiar with everything you need to become familiar with the game. Continue. can we go past the save game screen so I can actually see what is going on? Messages. The messages feed is at the heart of the day-to-day experience and contains all the key information being delivered to you. Messages arrive from all sorts of people, from colleagues to contacts, from rivals to rivals and to reporters, and it's here that you will regularly make important decisions and take actions that directly affect your fortunes. Filter to only show new messages delivered here since the last. Continue. Okay. Filter to only show messages that have tasks to complete. Okay. Filter to only show messages that are unread. Isn't unread and new messages really the same thing? News. Behind the save screen. The save game screen. I'm not quite sure why they decided to do it like that. Headlines from around the football world are gathered and shared to keep you fully up to date with the latest events. Yeah, news. It's news. Calendar is down here. Okay. What the days ahead look like. Training based around official lists that are hard to be planning, but there are other important events to be aware of. Calendar itself holds a lot more information and detail when you're ready to explore it further. Portal is the first stop on your journey, but there's so much more. Your squad page is all about the players you're working with. Their recruitment page opens up the transfer market and endless possibilities. Matchday deals with everything on the pitch, from tactics to training and all the strategies that come with it, while the club and career sections inform, educate, and guide you throughout your career. Continue. Oh boy. There's always more information to be found in the portal. If you're curious about the wider football world, league standings and competition, we'll give you a snapshot of all football activity currently going on. Over here and over here. Again, it would be nice if it could actually show me that screen instead of being hidden by the save game screen. Can we report a bug? Okay, that opens the forums. I can't be bothered logging in, so we'll hope for someone else to do it, I guess. But that's not great. The search function enables you to reach the database of people, teams, competitions, so much more. FMpedia. Yeah, we might be looking on that. Continue. That is unlikely to happen. Okay, let's save so we can actually see the screen. Right, calendar. 4 tasks. So this is basically telling us that we will train, and then rest, train. We're on a training camp. I guess this is like team bonding, but it looks like a smiley face with a mustache. I like it. We're gonna have to do a lot of team bonding because I do want to have a bunch of mustaches in our schedule. Just because. Do we? Surely this is not 2 friendlies in a row, right? Is this a youth team? Yeah, so that's youth team. It would be. I would prefer if that actually was a little bit more clear. Because yeah, you're like just looking here, it just seems, oh, we're playing 2 friendlies in 2 days, but we're obviously not. That's not fantastic. Welcome to Arsenal. Hi, Dave. It's great to have you at Arsenal. You'll meet various people in key roles over the next few days. To start with, I want to give you a quick overview of the club, our history and heritage, and a general flavor of the club you're going to lead into a successful new era. We are going to try and win more leagues, of course. I take charge. The hell, I'm getting good money. Become the most reputable team in England. That's what the supporters want. Okay, it's just a supporter profile. Develop players suiting using the club's youth system. Yeah, sure. Finish above Spurs. That's a given. That is a given. We're also going to be giving them a kicking. Club vision and expectations. This is... it looks new. Work within wage budget. Yeah. Sign players to sell for a profit. We can try. Challenge for the Champions League. Oh, it is. Okay. So I was wondering, is this something I can collect? It's a little bit. Okay, yeah. I just noticed the bookmarks and I had to check. It's a little bit off. I feel like it seems that it's opening the like this, the tiles and cards thing. Like this seems like a tile, but it doesn't open a card. It opens a different screen. I guess it takes us to the Club Vision page. But yeah, that sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Tactics. Gonna do tactics. Responsibilities. Let's begin an introduction. We have a match against Carolina on Friday. It might be helpful if you delegate certain tasks to the backroom team until you're more settled in. You can decide at the end of this introduction. Okay. This was not very visible. So this is more like a texting. Okay. We're going to be playing games, friendlies. We already look after everything as far as training is concerned. You can make your own changes, but the coaching staff will organize everything and make sure the players are working to your tactical direction. Yeah, so team bonding is the smiley face with a mustache. Awesome. Perfect. We're gonna have that every week. We're gonna have a little mustache man every week, or a little mustache smiley face. We're gonna set up some decent training at some point, though. Continue. You'll outline your tactical approach, of course, and the staff can help with that, while you will also have some media obligations around your appointment and first match. While it's good if you can attend those, you can ask me or other members of staff to deputize. We'll probably not do that. We'll probably do all of the... We'll probably do as much as possible just to, get all the new stuff. On match day itself, you might want one of us to handle position instructions or team talks, and for non-competitive fixtures like friendlies, you can have one of us act as manager in your place. No. The director of football has 10 responsibilities. Okay, we'll have to... okay, this works better. I can take over... Oh, okay, I was wondering. Let's see, let's start set pieces. Let's have the assistant manager handle the set piece takers list and personnel lists. And under 21s is for the under 21s manager. Match day leaves team talks is me for the 21s. Yeah, friendly matches. I will do that. I will also lead friendly matches because, of course. Frequency of friendly matches arranged by team manager every match. The first team has players in the match sharpness. I feel like this text missing in this sentence. Frequency of friendly matches arranged by team manager. Every match? What does that mean? We'll leave that as is because I'm confused. Selection advice from the assistant manager. Yeah. Position instruction is me. It's me. Training. I lead training and individual training. Yes. We'll leave individual training and general training for the under-21s manager. We might take that over in case we notice some nonsense. Media. Yeah. Transfers, finalizing signings. Yeah, I'll do all of that. Sales, I'll do all of that. Loan offers, yeah. All me, yeah, all me. Good. Scouting, signing scouts. No, me. Me. Analysis. Yeah, don't shortlist players. This feels cut off as well. Team selection is me. Yes. Recruit directors. Yeah, I'll do that. And hiring or firing. Yeah. I'm basically checking if there's anything that's like, is someone else doing something? Yeah, what are they doing? Should they be allowed to? And yeah. Right. Okay, let's go back. Having to deal with transfer and contract strategy is a job all by itself, and it will definitely help you to delegate some of those tasks to other people around the club for the long term. Especially those who are here with skills in those areas, but you can make these decisions as suits you by communicating your responsibilities choices. Need a sip of water. I've been talking so much. I'm tired and dry. But yeah, I want all of that. All mine. We might not do much of the new stuff with the recruitment, the transfer room in and out, considering apparently women's football is far more about free transfers. Throughout the season there will be opportunities to adjust who does what, and when it's your call, just let us know how we can help. Okay, so when I scroll, the training schedules vibrate. I'm just scrolling up and down. I don't know if that's intended. Okay, let's end that introduction. I completed the introduction. I got an achievement. That was this one, right? Yes. Induction, but it's an introduction. We'll probably do that one as well, but let's go through here. If it's okay with you, I'd like to give you an introduction to the squad here at Arsenal to help familiarize you with who's who. Yeah, that sounds good. Captain's best 11, first in candidates continue. Yeah, let's sure. Let's an opportunity to get to know the players you'll be working with, understanding the importance of leadership roles and seniority, do your best, who your best players and brightest young talents are, how injuries and player happiness can affect your chances of success, and start to build relationships with key people at the club. Yeah, that's good. We are lacking some pictures, which is odd. I thought that the WSL and probably the teams were fully licensed, but apparently not. Begin the introduction. Let's see. Kim Little and Leah Williamson are our captain and vice captain respectively. The two of them have an important role in guiding and shaping the culture at the club. You will have a chance to review and change these roles in a week or two. A good captain will have strong mental attributes, including but not limited to leadership and teamwork. Yeah, this is... they will be our captain and vice captain. Absolutely. 20 leadership, 19 teamwork. Perfect. Kim Little is the captain because of basically seniority. He's a bit of a club legend, I feel. I think. I believe. Continue. This is an overview of our squad. These are the foundations upon which you'll be able to determine the strengths and weaknesses of the group. Key players: Alessia Russo. Yeah. Mariana Caldente and Leah Williamson. So they are our key players. Okay, interesting. Maintaining a strong overall squad means striving for quality in every department, and it also requires a positive dressing room atmosphere. This balance is very important to help drive success. Fair. It's always worth keeping an eye on the youth teams for potential future talent to bring into the first team squad or to develop as a potential revenue stream for the club. So we have 2 centre-backs and a forward who seem like they could be good players for the team. That's nice. I like a centre-back. I always like a good centre-back. So having 2 high potential centre-backs already? It won't stop me from trying to find other centre-backs though. I always do. The medical team can keep you up to date on any injured players, their rehab progress and expected return. They'll also be able to provide a risk assessment on anyone who is in danger of becoming injured, as well as a summary of anyone recently back to fitness and overall summaries of long-term injury data. So Leah Williamson is out for about 2 months. That's not great. Yeah, that's fair enough. The recruitment team will take you the process of identifying new talent and moving players on, but it's useful to be aware now of the ways in which you'll be able to develop the squad in the months and years ahead. There are a lot of these like spellings or like grammatical errors. It bothers me. Like, this is not a complete sentence. Apart from being a very run-on sentence, this is not an actual sentence. Please use commas as well. The recruitment team will take you the process. And again, what is this overlapping? Is this a resolution thing? Because surely this is not intended. Surely this is not intended. I think that'll do for now. Hopefully you have a much clearer idea of who's who around here before you formally introduce yourself to the team. I'm always here to help you however I can. Thanks. Cheers. Work on your spelling, man. Work on your spelling, man. End. Preseason preparation. Cancel the training camp. Let's not do that. Injury update. Our head of sports science, Garrett Lewin. Is he for the... So we don't have any... we don't have numbers for non-player staff anymore. That's interesting. Also, the key attributes are not highlighted. I'm not sure they are supposed to be, but I feel like they probably should. Why is his reputation pending? Yeah, okay, we went through that. Thank you. Squad selection rules. Squad must have at least 8 players trained by a club in England and no more than 25 players. We currently have 24. Ooh, I should also have a peek and see if we why are we squad introduction messages? Let's just be on messages. Oh, we can't go back there. Okay. If we just do that, overview and messages. Yeah, that's probably better. English transfer window in progress. Let's see then. We were going to take the tactics introductions just to see what that does. Let's get a tactics set up, shall we? Oh, am I sending messages now? We started selected tactical display shown. Oh, no, it is not me. Click. Okay. Select the tactical style. Gegenpress. Vertical tiki-taka, fluid counterattack. We're gonna probably go with a clean slate because that otherwise will probably, if we like grab control possession, we'll have, if we do something differently, we'll have constant complaints that we're not doing the thing that we set out to do in the first place. Just go with clean slate. Let's just start with no preset instructions, no template tactic to help get started, recommended only for experienced manager. Well, that's what I will want to do. Formation in possession. Actually, here's the thing. I want to go through my squad first. I want to see what a squad are ultimately the players that will determine whether you're successful or not. They're the ones charged with delivering on expectations, and it's your responsibility to make the right decisions that give them the best chance of playing to the best of their ability and maximizing their potential. First team, pick and manage your matchday squad from the first team tool. Enjoy a comprehensive overview of the squad and make sure you're feeling the best team for the job each and every time. Okay. Squad happiness. Moral. That's very spread out. You're more likely to get the best out of a happy player than a non-happy player, but it's not always that easy. The choices you make every day have consequences that are reported here. Whether it's by paying close attention to complex squad dynamics and dressing room atmosphere, setting targets, or making promises to players to incentivize them to be the best versions of themselves, or paying close attention to board and supportive feedback, it's really important that you engage with your players on a personal level, find out what drives their morale, and strike the right balance between what's best for them and what's best for the whole team. Okay. Training. You're able to devise weekly schedules, set the level of intensity and workload, and assign your coaching staff to specific areas. You can also strategically plan attacking, defending, developing units, construct mentoring routes to facilitate mental attribute growth, and develop individual training plans to really get the best out of all of your players. The work done on the training ground always shows itself on match day. Tactics are the most technical aspect. Most technical responsibility of a football manager, and something you'll need to constantly focus on and devote time to in order to succeed. Well, we'll see about that. Football Manager provides an incredible amount of depth and possibilities to set up a tactic based on your preferred style and your players' strengths and weaknesses. Squad. You'll likely spend more time dealing with your players than anything else in your managerial career. Makes sense. And to understand them as individuals as well as part of a team is crucial in guiding them towards success. Give them as much of your time and focus as possible on the training pitch and in person to develop relationships, so that when it's time to pick your team, you're informed and ready to win. Ready to win! Yeah! Right, let's see. Right. Reports probably still has what I want. Yes. Ability. Basically, I just want a quick overview over the supposed best players at the team. So this is our 11 best players. We have 2 central midfielders, 2 right wingers, a left winger, a striker, centre back, 2 full backs. We have 3 right wingers. Um, Well, basically I'm going to try and see, why does this look like this screen looks very different from what I saw during when they like showed it off. It feels really different. Right. What do we have? A strong striker. We like a strong striker. Good heading, good shooting. Ooh. Passing's decent as well. Basically, I have an idea on how I would like us to play. But I would need to have the players for it. Okay, she can't play in the middle. That could be good. 11 flare though is not. That's not ideal for what I would like for her to do. I would like a more flary attacking midfielder. Let's see if we have any other flary. No, she's definitely a winger. Good finishing. What else we had? Chloe Kelly, also more of a winger. Olivia Smith. Now, see, that's what we were looking for. That's what we're looking for. A flary player. Yeah. I'm going to be reading a lot on roles and stuff. Why does it look like I should be able to scroll more? But then I can't. Right, let's have a look at the central midfielders. Not really a defensive midfielder, is she? Well, Monum, Norwegian, right? Monum, she's more of an attacking player as well. So we don't really have a defensive midfielder, which is not ideal. Then again, we're going to be more attacking. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, maybe not unfortunately. Well, this is difficult. This is very difficult. I'm trying to figure things out, but I'm not smart. And why is Leah Williamson the only one that doesn't have a face? No. Akiman Kafaji also don't have, but they are out on loan, aren't they? That's why they are, yes. I wonder why there's no, why is there no, like, I don't know, hover over tooltip thing that could have been useful. Anywho. 18 crossing, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. 16 crossing, good pace, good passing. We like that. I was wrong one. Yeah, so what we might be doing, because what with this new tactics system, we have the opportunity to make some fun things. I really want to try and make a more like relationist approach work. I struggle with that in 24, partially because partially because I believe that the new positional play system thing didn't quite gel with that. Basically, I think that players were a little bit too much aware of not getting too close to each other, which was the opposite of what I wanted. Like, you want players to be close to each other. We are going to be playing a 4-2-3-1, or we were going to start there. Out of possession. Yeah, well, let's start with a 4-2-2 DM wide. We don't really have defensive midfielders, which is a little bit concerning. But we can maybe make it work. Tactics are at the heart of your managerial experience, will largely determine how successful you will be. Take some time to learn how to build a winning team that thrives both in and out of possession and makes the best use of the talents available to you. Available to me? Oh boy. The main navigation allows you to choose from up to 3 tactics currently being worked on in training, as well as the overall playing style and mentality. Add further detail with more adjustments and ask for help from your background staff to quick pick up matchday squad when needed to. Never. Your team will play in 2 distinct phases, in possession when they have the ball and out of possession when they don't. Yeah, that makes sense. Combined view takes an average of the positions assigned to each player in each respective phase and gives you an overview of how your tactic fits together. They forgot a period. You can swap players and roles here, but to change positions you need to use the in possession, out of possession, or both tabs. Right. Your in possession formation represents the starting shape of your team when building an attack, i.e. the position of your players when your team have the ball near your own goal. The in possession roles determine how the shape of your team changes as they attack higher up the pitch. Yeah, that makes sense. I was actually thinking about that a few days ago. Like, why have an in possession of 4-2-3-1 if you're not actually going to be playing like that, but in attack you might be a 3-2-5. But yeah, this is like the base in possession formation is the build up phase, and then it swaps when you get further forward. That's good. The out of possession formation represents the settled defensive shape of your team when without the ball, i.e. your team's defensive shape when not actively engaged in a press. The out of possession roles determine how the shape of your team changes as they defend higher or lower down the pitch. Ah. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna take a long time. The ball view allows you to see the in possession and out of possession shapes alongside each other and make changes accordingly. Continue. This is where you pick your starting 11 as part of the matchday squad. As already mentioned, you have the option to use quick pick, and also full flexibility to select each player, the roles for both phases of play, and see relevant selection information to guide your success. I read success, but it's because all my choices will be successful, surely. To guide your choices. Team instructions control how the team plays in another position. The instructions act as modifiers to your base tactical approach. Okay, the visualizer provides a representation. I want to see how that works. The visualizer provides a representation of the impact your tactical choices might have in terms of where the players are on the pitch and how they interact with each other. The pitch has a number of zones that can be selected and see the team shape when the ball is there, as well as the team instruction set. iPoop options use the in position, out of position toggle to switch between phases and to customize specific team instruction for each phase. They probably shouldn't have gone with that. They probably should have gone for iPoop options. Once you set up your tactical foundations and outline your principles, your plans will typically require adjustments and refinements for every match based on who you have available and the challenges posed by each opponent. Being flexible within your overall tactical framework is important, and it's the fine details and subtle tweaks that will often be the difference between winning and losing. Finish. Okay. So, what we are going to want to do is, because it seems we have the more creative players on the left, we are going to be a little bit cheeky, and we're going to try and emulate a little bit something a little bit akin to a whatchamacallit, a Fernando Diniz style, because it's so much fun to watch when it works. And I got it to work in 22 but not in 24, so we are going to try and make that happen again. So we are going to be tilting towards the left because that's where our more creative players are. Like, our left winger is the most, he's a playmaker really. Can I ask the attacking mid to cut inside? Yeah, cut inside. Locked. Forward runs. Make more runs, make fewer runs. Aha, okay. This is gonna take a while. Let's start by figuring out the shape and if we can and what we can do from here. I think we'll actually start with the attacking mid towards the left, because that's the direction we're going to be trying to tilt. We might stick with the right winger being a right winger, and then we'll move in. Okay, now it's time to read. Let's start from the top. A center forward. Let's see. Center forward, also typically known as a classic number 9, is expected to lead the line and look to spearhead attacking moves. Their primary duty is to be the focal point of attacking moves, and they are required to both score and create goals. What else do we have? We have like a deep lying forward. Does it change? Okay, it does. With the main function of the deep lying forward being to link the attack to the midfield, they seek to drop between the lines to receive passes from deep before supplying linking passes of their own to teammates in a number of ways. Moving the ball back to midfield support, spreading it wide to the flanks, or if they have time to turn, playing in their strike partner. Probably not. Because we do need the striker to be, well, leading the line and pushing the opponents back. Target forward, heavily utilizing their physicality and height to disrupt the opposition's defense and create goal-scoring opportunities for their team. The target forward is typically the team's attacking outlet during the build-up phase, and are often the target of longer passes and clearances that they knock down, flick on, or lay off to their surrounding teammates. Probably not as well, because we're not going to be playing longer passes really. well, not to target forward. I don't think the strikers we have are much of. I don't think they are much of target forwards. Poacher. The poacher sits on the shoulder of the last defender, looking to break the defensive line and run onto through balls from midfield. Maybe channel forward, high energy role. The channel forward looks to constantly be a thorn in opposition defender sides, regularly making supporting runs into the channels for their team. I don't necessarily need to be running the channels, and false 9 and in conventional centre forward, the false 9 regularly drops between the lines of the opposition's defence and midfield, looking to act similarly to an advanced playmaker for their team. I think we're gonna go with the centre forward. Just because it seems to be the most what we want. Because we don't want the strike to drop too much. We need them to push the defense back so we have a little bit of room. We also don't want them to be a target forward. We don't necessarily want them to be a poacher. We could do a poacher. Well, let's start with the center forward because that seems to be the like, I guess, the generic striker role. We'll start with selecting all the roles, and then we'll try and look at all of the instructions, because there seems to be quite a lot, and it excites me. Right, on the left, winger, providing width throughout the attack. The winger stretches the opposition defense by attacking from close to the sidelines. The role aims to provide support to their team's forwards, playing dangerous passes and crosses in the final third to create chances for their teammates. Right, inside forward. The inside forward is a wide role that aims to frequently drift inside into the half spaces as their team attacks to open up space for overlapping fullbacks, as well as being in position to receive the ball in more central areas of the pitch. That is neat. Playmaking winger will act as a team's primary source of creativity, starting from a wide position during a team's build-up phase before letting drifter inside to find space from which to play killer balls and create chances. Wide forward. As with the winger, the wide forward is expected to provide width throughout the attack so as to stretch the opposition defense and attack from near the sidelines. So basically start wide and then cut inside with the ball, I guess. Now we have the inside winger, frequently aiming to drift inside into the half spaces as their team attacks. The inside winger looks to receive the ball in more central areas of the pitch while also creating space out wide for overlapping teammates. The role is usually combined with an attacking fullback or wingback that looks to hug the sideline so that both players have their own space to operate in. Now, I would like to have the width from a winger with the creativity of a playmaker, which is not quite. Because I do need the wide, the left wide player to be slightly more wide, I guess. Let's start with a playmaking winger and we'll see how that looks in when we get to the visualizer. Right, and in the middle, attacking midfielder, an offensive role which looks to operate between the opposition defensive and midfield line. The attacking midfielder looks to receive passes in pockets of space as much as possible. Okay. Advanced playmaker. Advanced playmaker is a creative role which looks to operate high up the pitch between the opposition's midfield and defense, looking to receive passes in pocket space as much as possible. Yeah, that's not much difference there. Guess the difference is more in what they do with the ball. Free roll. A player with a free roll is given full creative license, allowing to roam from their position to create attacking opportunities for the team, whilst also being encouraged to take more risks with the ball in an effort to both create and score goals. And yeah, that roaming is what I would like. Second striker operates as one of the team's main goal-scoring threats. Yeah, not really. Channel midfielder looks to make supporting runs into wide areas, often link up their team's wide attackers. I mean, sort of, yes, but also, let's stick with a free roll for now. Or let's start with that, and again we'll see a little bit in the visualizer what that does. And on the right we would like then an inside forward, because the screen keeps flickering every now and then. I don't like it. But the idea being that instead of staying out here out wide on attack, the player will be around here, or maybe even sneaking further. Right, and left full. Let's go with the midfielders first. Actually, let's finish the midfield and then go for defenders. Okay, let's see. Defense midfielder. The defensive midfielder's main responsibility is to position themselves in front of the team's defense and help protect them from counter-attacking threats. Deep line playmaker. Operating in the space between the defense and the midfield, the deep line playmaker aims to initiate attacking moves via pinpoint passes to players positioned higher up the pitch. Box to box. The non-stop dynamism of the box-to-box midfielder enables them to contribute greatly to both attacking play during the build-up and in the final third. Halfback. A defensive midfielder who looks to drop into the team's defensive line as they progress the ball up the pitch. The halfback acts as an additional central defender. Not really what I want. Box-to-box playmaker. The box-to-box playmaker is the heartbeat of their team, looking to be a creative outlet from both deep and advanced areas of the pitch. On the left, we probably will have a deep line playmaker, so someone who basically operates in these areas around here, moving the ball up towards the free roll and playmaking winger. Power? No, playmaking winger. We'll see how that actually works. And the other, probably going to do a box-to-box midfielder. We'll see a little bit. Again, the idea is they provide more support, so we have more players forward. Right, and then defenders. Here comes the fun parts. Fullback holds position states wide. The fullback is a key player in modern football, having to supplement their traditional defensive duties with overlapping runs down the wing to support forward play and help attacks overload in the final third. Okay. Wingback. The wingback combines the responsibilities of a fullback and a winger, providing width to the team throughout the attack. Inside wingback, looking to move into central areas of the pitch as their team progresses with the ball. The inside wingback supports central passing networks, as well as providing vital protection against central counterattacks when the ball is turned over. Yeah, that's not exactly what I'm looking for. Inside fullback. The inside fullback is a player whose specialist role involves moving inside to become an extra central defender during the attack. Also not what I'm looking for in this area of the pitch. Playmaking wingback. Similar to the inverted wingback, the playmaking wingback will try to move into central areas of pitch to support central passing networks, whilst offering vital protection against central counterattacks. Now, I'm thinking wingback. We are very attacking. It's going to be pretty obvious once we're done. We're going to be very attacking, because the idea is basically the wingback providing an overlap to these two, like the playmaking winger and the free roll, currently free roll. That is where we want to have the ball, or get the ball to. Hopefully the box-to-box mid will be somewhere around here, behind the attacking midfield. The inside forward somewhere around, well, the right channel, kind of. While these two just roam around and do whatever they want. They can come deep, they can go forward, they can just, as long as they're towards the left. But that means we kind of need to have that width with a wing back. Also because I kind of want to have Katie McCabe just bombing down the left and putting crosses in. 18 crossing, she has to be crossing a lot. Like really? Really? We need to. Centre backs. Here we go. Centre back. The main job of the centre back is to provide protection to the team, being in a position where they can be ready to react to attacking threats when the ball is turned over. So a central defender on defend, basically. Advanced centre back. The first job of the advanced centre back is to provide protection to the team, being in a position where they can be ready to react to attacking threats when the ball is turned over. So a libero. Ball playing. The two principal tasks of the ball playing centre back are to provide protection to the team, whilst also playing line breaking passes and through balls from deep to progress the ball up the pitch. Probably. No nonsense centre back is focused on being the last outfield protection the team has, being in a position to defend at any moment while also looking to minimize the amount of risks they take with the ball at their feet. I feel like this visualization is not quite showing that. Like, yeah, no nonsense, let's dribble up. But on the left, I think we're going to go with a ball-playing centre-back. Again, basically, to see if they can quickly get the ball up to, or break through the lines and get to the creative duo on the left. On the right side, I'd probably just go with the centre back, so we have some stability on that side, because we're going to be a little bit weaker on the right, because, well, the right side of defensive midfielder is going to bomb forward, the right winger is going to go inside. The full back on this side, though, might just stay as a fullback. Basically, to be a little bit more defensively solid on that side. Like, you could go with an inside fullback, but when I tried before, in 24 at least, I'm assuming 26 is closer to 24 in terms of how players interact with the match engine and the roles do the different things. When I tried to play with an inside fullback or inverted fullback in 24, there was so much space in these areas that even elite teams were super exploited by amateur teams. Swap that to fullback on support for that the weak side fullback, and suddenly they were chilling in these areas, and every ball that ended up there, they were there for. So that's basically what I want from that fullback. I want them to be somewhere around here when we have the ball on the left, and then when we lose the ball, they are available to like jump up and put a little bit of pressure on. basically providing cover on the weak side, because that's what they're going to have to do. And goalkeeper. The goalkeeper can distribute the ball in different ways depending on the team's playing strategy. Ball-playing goalkeeper looks to play an active role in the team's build-up play, often moving out of their goal to be in a position to receive the ball. No-nonsense goalkeeper adopts a cautious approach, preferring to stay near to the goal and taking as few risks as possible with the ball at their feet when put under pressure. We'll start with the goalkeeper, and then we'll see what the goalkeepers we have are actually good at. Maybe they can play as a ball-playing goalkeeper. I don't know. But there's currently nobody directly responsible for this area of the pitch. Did we really need a pop-up for that? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why there's like, yeah, that's probably not great. What is that? What's this button? Aha, formations. Right. I have to click every button. Play movement icons. Yes, we want that one. Relationships and ability rating. Yeah, let's have all of that. Go away. Out of possession. Now, we are going to be playing a lot on the left. So, I might go with this type of defensive shape. Might actually, like, this is a kind of, I don't like how spread it becomes, but I guess I have tried something like this before. Again, in 24 it worked decently, but that basically forces the opposing team to play out to the to one side, and if we can force them out to where we already are, that could be an idea. Yeah, I don't get why they become more central when they have friends. Tracking sim 4. This will be an attacking midfielder still. Or in the attacking midfield strata. We might start off with something like this. And basically see what happens. Because when I tried this shape before, I did have two defensive midfielders, but there was a lot of space in behind the striker, which of course you don't really want, because then they'll just play two passes and they are in bunches of space. That's why I had the central midfielder higher up, because then they could cover that space. But you could possibly maybe do that with rolls now, so you don't have to have that, I don't know, weird asymmetrical diagonal. Let's go from the front again and go through rolls. What? Out of possession. In position, wide target forward. What? We need to holding fullback. What is going on? What? What? I am a little bit confused right now. Uh, yeah, this is a little bit wonky, I think. Because currently, apparently, the striker drops down to play attacking midfield, and attacking midfielder goes up to play striker for no reason. No? Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Why can I not change that? What is going on? Yeah, why is that a thing? Why would they... do I have to, like... what if we do that? What happens then? What? Yeah, that's a little bit wonky, I feel. Probably shouldn't be like that, but... hey, what can you do? Out of possession, a centre forward does what? Sets a tone for the team's defensive strategy, often starting the press or screening passes to the middle of the pitch. A tracking centre forward. The centre forward is instructed to track back defensively as the opposition advance into their own defensive third in order to support the midfielders behind them, dropping back into a deeper defensive position. Probably don't want that. Central outlet. As a central outlet, the centre forward is asked to avoid tracking back to help out the midfielders behind them as much, instead looking to hold the position more in order to be in a dangerous position for a counter-attack when the ball turns over. Maybe. Splitting outlet, the centre forward is asked to avoid tracking back, but instead looking to hold a higher position, but out wide more. Let's have a central outlet centre forward. Okf. A sip of water, because I have complained enough. Okay. Attacking with looks to defend central areas of the pitch, being us tasked with preventing access to the opposition midfield pivots. Yes. That's basically what I want. But let's check the others as well. As a tracker, the attacking midfielder is instructed to track back defensively as the opposition advance into their own defensive third in order to support the defenders behind them, dropping back into a deeper defensive position. Probably not. A central outlet attacking midfielder. As a central outlet attacking midfielder is asked to avoid tracking back to help out the defenders behind them as much. No. And same with the splitting outlet. It's just a different name, and it's towards the channels instead. So we want an attacking midfielder to basically screen the primarily screen the pass into the opposition defense. Do I want that to be an outlet? I'm not sure actually. We'll see what we can do with it. Okay, Wumph, a wide midfielder, provides a balance between defensive protection against wide attacking threats and being in a position to spring a counter in a case of a turnover. Probably. Tracking wide midfielder, instructed to track back defensively as the opposition advance into their own defensive third in order to support the defenders behind them. At times even dropping into the back line as an additional defender. No, we don't want that. And we don't want them to be a wide outlet. Let's stick with a wide midfielder We'll probably have the same on the other side. And see, defensive midfielder. The defensive midfielder's main responsibility out of possession is positioning themselves in front of the team's defense and help protect them from attacking threats. Dropping defensive midfielder. As a dropper, the defensive midfielder will look to drop to move back into the defensive line as their team are pinned back into their own defensive third, acting as an additional centre back. Probably not. Pressing. As a presser, the defensive midfielder is tasked with stepping forward from their position to support the team's press high up the pitch. Screening. As a screener, the defensive midfielder's main responsibility is to defend the space in front of their central defenders. And wide covering. They're asked to provide defensive support in wide areas, moving across from their typical position to help their team defend against wide threats. I think we're going to go with the screening defensive midfielder on the left, because on the right we are most likely going to start having with a pressing defensive midfielder, because we want to be assertive. No, but because basically when we have lost the ball, I want them to be there to stay aggressive and try and win the ball back. But if they get played past, then we will drop, and I'm assuming that's how it works. We'll see once we look at the visualizer eventually. Fullback. The main job of fullback is to defend the wide areas as part of the team's back line. Pressing fullback. As a presser, the fullback is asked to actively engage opposition wide players high up the pitch to support the team's press. Maybe holding fullback. As a holder, the fullback is asked to hold a deeper position while their team is defending higher up the pitch in order to provide additional protection against direct attacks. Let's go with pressing fullback, and we're gonna have that on both because we do want to be defend on the front foot basically. So want to step up and be more aggressive and try and win the ball back as soon as we can, because we want to have the ball. Okay, a centre back. The main job of the centre back is to stop the opposing attackers from playing and to clear the ball from danger when required. Okay, a stopping centre back. As a cover, the centre back is asked to adopt a more cautious approach, holding their line and waiting to react to the opposition attacker's movements. So these seem to... Yeah, this text is wrong. It's the same for the covering centre back. Do we do a full-on stopper? Maybe not. Maybe we have a regular centre back on the other side. So the left-sided centre back will be more. Actually, since that centre back will be behind the screener, and we will have a more. We should probably have it the opposite way. So let's do that the opposite way. So the right-sided centre back will be more aggressive, and the left-sided centre back. This is going to be very aggressive, but the centre back on the left will be more cautious, I guess, more calm. And the goalkeeper, what can we have? We have goalkeeper focuses on protecting their goal and making saves from shots and crosses. They are the last line of defense and are relied upon to help the team keep clean sheets. Sweeper keeper. Protective goalkeepers regularly looking to come off their line and attempt to intercept opposition passes or to engage opposition strikers early. Line holding is a goalkeeper primarily looks to stay within the confines of their own box, leaving the job of defending higher up the pitch to their teammates. We're gonna start with the sweeper keeper, and then we'll see if our goalkeepers actually can play that way. I don't know. I don't understand why the substitutes are first, and then we have the, except for the substitute number 2. I don't understand the order here. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Maybe I don't have to. Goalkeeper. Is it Van Damselaar? Is he the best one we have? Yeah, she's a ball-playing goalkeeper. First touch is not particularly impressive. Let's head back to the squad. No, we need to sort again. Zinsberger. Yeah, the first touch from these goalkeepers isn't, or well, it's not brilliant. Apparently, they don't need first touch to be ball-playing goalkeepers. Huh. They need to be eccentric to be sweeper keepers. We don't really have eccentricity. Maybe we'll just go with maybe we'll just stick with the sweeper keeper and just go with a ball player, I guess. Let's start with that then. Right, let's look at team instructions. How we have the visualizer. So if we have the ball in our own, in the build-up, okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm just basically trying to figure out what goes on. And in the middle, that is very, very narrow. And if we have them here, I would still like both of these players, both the whatchamacallit, the playmaking winger. I'm gonna remember that at some point. I would still like them to be more towards the left. And yeah, even here. Yeah, probably can't have that as a playmaking winger then. If we have, yeah. That's a very narrow. The fullback seems like a likely to stay in a better position. Basically where I would like for it to be. But we're probably gonna have to change the winger to not be a playmaking winger. Probably a winger. Just a bog standard winger. Now then, if we check. Yeah, okay, so we have the width. And the free roll has also moved, or is also further towards the left, which is good. And yeah, when the ball's in the middle in the final third, why wouldn't the winger be slightly more in? Yeah, okay, that looks better. That looks better. Now the question is, if we have the playmaking winger and then see, In possession. Sit now. Okay, so you can't. You can't actually tell the playmaking winger to stay out wide. Yeah, so we're gonna have to stick with a winger. Because I want the left winger to be a creative threat rather than a goal threat. So winger it is. Winger it is. We'll start with team instructions and go through that, and if we have time, we might go through some player instructions and see what they do and what we have to play with. Okay, in possession. Right, build up strategy. Balanced. Play bypass the balance. Okay. Bypass the press. The positioning team, engage your team in a press. Encourage the team to play more direct passes and clearances over the press in order to exploit the space left behind. This also means the team takes less risk during build-up, looking to avoid cheap turnovers near your own goal. Worse ball retention requires physically gifted players. Yeah, probably gonna try and play through the press if we can click that one. Okay, we have to click this specific spot. When they position, engage your team in high press. Encourage the team to stay composed and play through it whenever possible. Take more risk during build-up and be more reluctant to clear the ball and attempt to create chances in the transition after beating the press. Yeah. Which one was balanced? Look to find a balance. Adopt a flexible strategy dependent on the amount of pressure the opposition are putting them under. We're going to try and play through the press. Goal kicks are going to be short. Because we're going to want to play out from the back, basically. Balanced, probably. Look to provide a balance between quick and slow distribution of the ball, depending on the situation. Slow pace down. Slow place down? Okay. Ask the goalkeeper to hold on to the ball for as long as possible while they have the ball in hand in order to relieve pressure on the team. Or ask the goalkeeper. Let's go with balanced. Let's stick with balanced. Like if there is an opportunity to pop it onto Russo, for example, should probably want to do that. Okay, and goalkeeper distribution. Balanced. I mean, if we're taking short goal kicks, we're aiming it at the defenders. Centre backs, full backs, flank. So why can I? There are certain spots in the boxes where you can't actually click, which is weird. Find playmaker, probably not. Target forward over the opposition defense, probably not. Let's go with balanced. Because again, short kicks. That means the goalkeeper should aim for one of the defenders. Theoretically. Right, that's in build-up. Progression. Supporting runs. Overlaps and underlaps. I think we'll do neither in terms of overlaps. Hang on, why do we... Why do we get a bunch of extra, like, here? We have nothing, and then we click dribbling, just have a bunch of other stuff. Do we get the final third one as well? We do, okay. Dribbling. Focus on passing combination. We'll stick with balance because we don't necessarily want to encourage either. It's okay if they dribble. It's okay if they dribble, but they also don't have to. They don't have to do either. Let's go backwards. Progress through. The team not instructed focus progression down a particular area of the pitch. Instead, the players are encouraged to find their own solutions based on the situation. Middle encourages the team to try and progress play through the middle when possible. Players in central areas are given a bit more attacking responsibility, and their teammates are encouraged to play more passes into them. Left encourages the team to try and progress play through the left side of the pitch when possible. Players on the left flank are given a bit more attacking responsibility, and their teammates are encouraged to play. Yeah, that one. And then it's the opposite, and then we have the both flanks, which is basically good old wing play. But we are going to focus left. What does it feel like they're moving? If you look at the visualizer in behind, it kind of just feels like they're moving up and down slightly. We're gonna say left. Then what else do we have? Pass reception, pass to feet, pass into space, pass to feet with passes toward the current position of the teammate rather than into the space in front of them. Into open space in front of teammates for them to run into or run onto. Probably balanced. Probably balanced because we do want to have the flexibility there. Right. And in the final third, dribbling will stick with balanced. Because dribbling is in both, so you can have. Let's try that actually. If we discourage dribbling here, then we go in here, and then encourage dribbling here. Does it stick? No. So it's the same instruction, but it's in two different spots. I don't understand that quite. I wonder if that is intended. Patience. Get a ball into the box. High volume of chances. Oh, well, that's off crosses though. Work ball into the box. Kind of want to, but let's stick on standard. See if we cross too often, then we'll go to work ball into box. Shots from distance. Let's stick on balanced again. Crossing style. Low crosses maybe, because we don't really have tall players. I don't think many of the teams that we're going to be playing either will have tall players, but do we whip them? Encourages team to play crosses without a lot of pace and spin at the box. Whip crosses can be harder and more predictable for the position defenders to react to. Maybe? I mean, the players that are going to be crossing most are from the left, which is Katie McCabe with 18 crossing. She's probably going to be fairly decent at it. Why on earth does it take me to... Yeah, that doesn't seem quite right. And Caldente, who's... I mean, 16 crossing is still good. They're probably going to be pretty fine. Whipping crosses. Right, so... Oh, and there's... There are non-specific ones? Final third zone. Left flank. Yeah, like... This makes it look like you can Like, oh yeah, we can have more dribbling on the right side. So you could encourage the right flank to dribble, but not on the left. But that's not the case. So I don't really know why that is. Why that is the case. Overview, passing directness. We're going to be shorter. Play shorter passes in an attempt to build attacks more patiently. Yes. Tempo. Team will play at a tempo considered typical for your current mentality. I haven't seen mentality. It's probably somewhere. Hopefully it's somewhere. Lower, more patient, take more time on the ball, go about the business more considered and patient manner than a team mentality demands, taking more time on the ball to preserve control of the game. As a team go about their business more urgently than their team mentality demands, moving the ball around quickly and decisively. We do want to move the ball around fairly quickly. Width. Now, if I go for narrower, much narrower. Let's go with much narrower because we do want to like be narrow. But we'll start with much narrower, and then we'll see. Tank and transition. Let's stick with standard. We'll stick with standard. Creative freedom. We will be more expressive. That doesn't change anything. Won't follow your tactics as much, as long as they do the things that I want them to do. Time wasting. Time waste where appropriate. Less often. We don't want to. We wouldn't want to do that. Keep the ball in play. Yeah. I mean, let the ball run out for corners seems like a very different thing from trying to win free kicks. Either way, let's we'll stick with that. And yeah, okay, so that's in possession. Let's see out of possession. How does it look? The formation. Very, very flat. That is squeezed. Let's start from the front. So if we're so the yeah, I mean the screening and the pressing defensive midfielder are in line. They're literally right next to each other. I would have expected them to be more like the pressing defensive midfielder probably to be slightly higher up. Isn't that what it says? Yeah, it moves forward. So I would expect in the high press that the defensive midfielder would be slightly higher. Pressing trap. See. Trap inside. I think just a pressing trap designed to bait the opposition into playing passes into central areas before triggering a press, forcing turnovers in advantageous positions. The players will mark a position, wide players more closely, pressing from angles which look to force the opposition to try and play through the middle. I probably want the opposite. Pressing trap designed to funnel the ball out into the wide areas before triggering a press, where the opposition have fewer options on the ball. Your players will compact central areas and screen passes into the middle. Looking to force the opposition to pass into wide areas. Yeah. Yeah. And we see that in the visualizer. Nice. We're going to trap outside. Short goalkeeping distribution. Instruct the team to allow the opposition goalkeeper to play the ball short. They will wait for the goalkeeper to release the ball before committing to a defensive strategy. Yes. Instruct your forwards to press the opposition defense to try and prevent the goalkeeper from restarting from the back. This should force the goalkeeper to play long or take big risks to distribute short. this looks like the opposite. Or, well, it's the same one, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. So this visual thing is not very helpful. I mean, we could just let them play out from the back, and then we can press them from the immediately. I don't know if we are. I don't know if we are that tall at the back, so we want them to play long balls to try and win headers. Right, and in the mid block we trap outside. Yes, okay, so that's the only option we have. Cross engagement. Invite crosses. I don't want to do that necessarily. Let's stick on balanced. Let's stick on balanced. Line of engagement. That is very blank. Low block. Instruct the team to only begin engaging the opposition and press as they progress the ball into your defensive third. The team will prioritize blocking spaces and denying passes into the opposition's attacking players during earlier phases of the position attack rather than actively engaging them in a press. We don't want to do that. Mid-block. Engage the opposition in a press as they try to progress the ball into the midfield lineup, allowing their defenders time on the ball but screening the opposition options in front of them. I mean, kind of what the idea is, but high press, engage the opposition in a press all over the pitch, looking to win the ball back as high as possible. If we stick that on, wait, I don't think that did anything to the pressing defensive midfielder, but we are going to high press, because why wouldn't we? We're also going to have a higher defensive line. Much higher, probably not a much higher, but higher, just in case. Play higher defensive line, looking to reduce space the opposition have to play between the lines of your defensive midfield, and then our goalkeeper will have to be sweepy. Defensive line behavior. Decide where to step up or drop off. Hold as high a line as possible, drop off. Let's stick with balanced, just in case. Trigger press, let's just start with more often. Much more often. Instruct the team to engage in a press whenever possible, taking every opportunity to trigger a press in order to put constant pressure. Looking to force the other team into mistakes. Yeah, let's go with that. Defensive transition. We're counter pressing. We're doing the thing. We are going to be playing a lot, ideally or theoretically, over to the left side. So if we lose the ball, we should have a lot of players in close proximity to where we lost the ball. So again, we should counter press. And especially if we're high pressing, we definitely should be backing off. Standard tackling, yeah. Right. Again, I feel like the it doesn't look very high pressy to me, but I might just be wrong. Is there a team mentality somewhere? I haven't seen it. Oh, there we go. Balance mentality. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Can we read what they mean? Okay. Ideal start to set up matches against similar strength opponents. Provides a balance between risk and reward. Flexible starting doesn't force the issue. Takes more risks than lower mentalities. Well, that's... yeah. Positive. Best applied for matches in which you believe you are the stronger team but are wary of your opponent's counter-attacking threat. Useful when you want a team to take control of the match. Exerts sustained pressure. bit more vulnerable to counterattacks and less effective against stronger teams. Team I have favorites to win, or in situations where the team need to start taking more risks in order to find a goal. Useful when you want to play with more tempo and urgency. Takes risk to create more goal scoring opportunities. More vulnerable counterattacks. Higher tempo and risk taking can lead to more turnovers. Gives the ball way often. They're trying to force chances. Right. Let's go with positive. Let's go with positive. Right. That's probably the tactics. Probably. Maybe. Let's go through and see if we can't figure out some of the attacking player instructions. Jeez, why was that so difficult? Maybe the channels. No, let's stick with standard. What do we have? Dribbling directions, we can't tell them to do anything. Dribbling frequency, forward runs. Make fewer runs, we can't make fewer runs. Okay. I guess we won't make fewer runs in behind. Freedom of movement. We probably don't want the striker to roam. We are the striker, right? Yes, we are. Hold the ball up. No. Shooting. Yeah. Standard passing risk. Take fewer risks, take more risks. Well, striker doesn't need to think too much about that. Shorter passes more often than the rest of the team. Well, the rest of the team is going to be playing shorter passes. But again, I mean, if the striker... it's fine. And crossing we can't do anything about. Out of possession. Trigger press. This is basically closing down, isn't it? Marking. Mark tighter. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with that for the striker. Winger. So we can ask the winger to sit more narrow? Or sit wider? Let's see what does that do? Which is basically as wide as you can be. So yeah, I don't know if that does much. Dribbling direction, you can choose. Dribbling frequencies, you can choose. Forward runs, choose whatever you want. Freedom of movement, probably. Positioning wise, we'll see. We'll see what she does. Basically because I want to see the positioning between the winger and the free roll, and see which one is like the if they get in each other's way, or if there's too much of a gap or anything like that. Don't hold up the ball. Shooting, passing risk. Can stay as is. Passing strategy. can do it as is. Cross from, what is this? Cross from deep. Let's stick with standard. Crossing strategy. Aim for the player, basically. Right. Free roll. The free roll should probably be allowed to roam from position. Interesting that's not like default when the dribbling frequency is dribble more and take more risks. Actually. Is that what I want? Probably. Hold on, no, dribbling the direction, do what you want. Yeah, I don't really do any of the attacking with stuff, dribbling direction as well, do what you want, forward runs. Do what you want. The idea is allowing the free roll player to drop down. That's basically the most important thing that I want to see, that the free roll actually drops as well and not just sits in between the defense and the midfield, but also drops a little bit. Sit narrower for the inside forward. Dribbling, do what you want, make more forward runs, take more risks. Really, you can't do standard? The inside forward has to take more risks or fewer risks. Cannot choose. Well, may as well take more risks. I guess. Shooting, hold the ball, freedom movement. Yeah, those are fine. The free roll is taking more risk. Good. Right. And the winger was not. Take more risks then, because that's going to be another creative player. Deep line playmaker does not make forward runs. Follows tactical plan, does not hold up the ball. That is a lot of locked. That's a lot of hard coded. Standard shooting can probably stay as is. Attacking with, I might want to have wider. Start with that. Basically, the idea being that encourage her to move more wide to again push the ball out towards the left more as much as we can. Yeah, box. That will probably make the runs on the wrong side. So let's say standard there. And yeah, that's fine. Did the deep line playmaker have take more risks? Yes. Wing back. Attacking with absolutely stay wider. As wide as we can. Dribbling direction, probably want to say go wide. Dribbling frequency can be as is. Passing risk can be fine. Those are fine. Ball playing, central defender. Can be on standard dribbling. We're gonna tell the ball playing central defender to stay wider as well, to again encourage playing more to the left. We still cannot have roaming central defenders. Sadness. We will dribble less on the right central defender. Can we have sit narrower? Nope. I'll just take fewer risks. Do retain possession first and foremost. Let's stick with standard. Let's stick with standard. Close. Fall back. May just leave it as is. Maybe just leave it as is. Goalkeeper. Dribbling frequency. Do not dribble. Goalkeeper, I don't want to dribble. Taking more risks with passing, which is interesting. Stick with standard. We can't have a free roaming goalkeeper, which is sad. Excuse me a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. See, out of possession. Out of possession instructions. Right, they are probably going to be the same for everyone. The marking targets, tackling, marking, and trio press. Can we have a specific player mark position? Okay, so that's basically the same as before. Application error. A serious error was encountered and the application will now close. An error report will be uploaded to developers. For clicking a... Did I actually... It did close the game. Okay. I guess we're done then. I hope that... No, actually everything I've done has been deleted there. That is not great. That's 2.5 hours of going through things and everything gone. Okay, I will probably redo all of that before next time, because I have to go. I was actually just gonna go through the out of possession instructions and see if there was anything different between them, but apparently I'm not going to do that because I pressed an arrow and that crashed the game. But I'll do that between streams, and I will probably be back most likely on Tuesday with more Football Manager, but we'll also be back on Sunday with Rin. Is there anything else? Daylight savings ends. We're going back an hour on Sunday, so there might be changes in time because we're going to stick with what would that be? 2 p.m. UTC is the time we're going to be sticking with, so an hour earlier than usual for myself. Same for anyone else whose daylight savings ends. So Sunday with Rain, otherwise Tuesday with hopefully a fixed tactics and all of that. Jeez.